Hello everyone. So in this lecture, I'm going to explain how to detect and characterize using parity bits, as well as we are going to discuss how to design one codes into how to convert one code into another code, and how to design the code converter circuits using logic inputs. Okay. So first thing is, so to detect the error and correct the errors, additional bits are added to the data bits at the time of transmission. That is, see, suppose I'm going to transmit a 1011, this is my data. So if I'm going to transmit the data means I need to add some extra bits, that is to see 101011. So here this 10 is extra added bits, so these bits are called as parity bits. So why I am adding this parity bits means, if someone is going to steal my data means I want to protect my data. So for that purpose only I am going to add this data 10. Okay, so before transmitting the data I am going to add this extra bits. Okay, at the receiver side these extra bits will be identified and these bits will be removed from the data bits, then the original message will be retrieved. Okay, so the additional parity bits are called as parity bits. Okay, so this is used for deduction and correcting the errors, right? So see, parity checking of error deductions. So where we are going to add this parity bits. So parity bits along with data only it is added, but we supposed to know the exact position. Okay, see, this is in a 8-bit data. In this 8-bit data, the first 7 data bits are our 7 bits are our data bits. The last 1 bit is called as parity bit. Okay, so in this parity bit there are two types will be there. One is even parity, another one is odd parity. So how to differentiate this even parity and odd parity means, let's have a look at this example 1011. So in this data, let's count the number of ones. So see, 1, 1, 1. So totally 3 ones is there. Now number 3 is the odd number. So the parity is odd parity. If suppose, have a look at the data 1010. Here the number of ones are 2 1 is there. So it is even number. So the parity is even parity. So in this manner only we are going to identify the given parity is even parity or odd parity. Okay, just count the number of ones which is presented in the data. Okay, fine. So see, so use of parity bits. So the first figure A is example for even parity and figure B is example for odd parity. This is even, this is odd. So see here, this is data bits. In this data bits, let's have a look at the count 1, 1, 1, 1. So 4 1 is there. So number 4 is even parity. So the condition is satisfied. So here we are going to represent the parity bit is equal to 0. Okay, and the same conditions. So have a look at the second one. If suppose I want to convert this data bit into odd parity means, so again we need to look out the number of ones presented in the data bits. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So again 4 ones are there. Now I want to convert this data into odd parity means. So in this parity bit place I am going to add one more 1. Now have a look at the total count. So totally 5 ones are there. So this is odd parity. Okay. Similarly, see, if I want to convert this data into odd parity means, so again here 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 bits is there, 4 ones is there. So I need to add one more 1. So now totally 5 ones are there. Similarly, whether this is odd parity or even parity, see 1, 1, 1. So 3 1 is there. So if you want to write in a odd parity means, here you need to put 0. Okay, so the odd parity and even parities depends upon the number of ones which is presented in the given data bits. According to the conversion, you can include or you can remove that number of ones in the parity position. Okay, right. So codes conversion, there are some few code conversions are there. We'll see one by one. Okay, so we are going to convert one code format into another format. Okay, so see some of the types: binary to BCD, BCD to binary, BCD to XS3, and XS3 to BCD, then binary to gray, gray to binary. This much types are available. First we are going to discuss how to convert the numbers, and finally we are going to design the logical diagram for these two, binary to gray code and gray code to binary code. Okay, we'll see one by one. The first one is binary to BCD conversion. So In this, there are three steps will be there, binary to BCD conversion. So here binary is the input and BCD is the output. Okay, so step number 1. So convert the binary number into decimal number. See, convert the binary number into decimal number. And step number 2, convert this decimal number into BCD number. Okay, have a look at this example. So the example is 11101 to BCD. So 11101 is the binary number. So as per the first step, convert this binary number into decimal number. So how to convert binary to decimal? We have already discussed in the first unit itself, that is number system conversion. Okay, that is just multiply by its positional weight. Have a look at this. So 11101 is there. So this is a 2 power 0 place, then 2 power first place, 2 power 2, 2 power 3 and 2 power 4. Okay, so let's multiply it and add it together. We are getting the number 29. So now first step is over. Then convert this 29 into BCD. So we know that how to write in a BCD format. Once it crosses a 0 to 9, then we need to write for each and every digit in a separate 4 bits. So number 2 is now represented as 0010 and the number 9 is 1001 in BCD format. Have a look at this. Binary to BCD conversion continues. Now we are going to convert this decimal number 29 into BCD equivalent. So have a look at this. So first number 29 is written 4 separate bits. See 0010 for number 2 and this is for number 9. Okay, now this is the equivalent binary value for number 29. So equivalent BCD value for number 29. So totally 2 steps are there. The first step is convert binary number into decimal, then decimal into BCD. Okay, right. And next thing is BCD to binary conversion. So here input is BCD and output is binary. Okay, so here also 2 steps will be there. First convert BCD number into decimal, then convert decimal to binary, just reverse process. Okay, so here the example is see 00101001, which means this is a BCD format, right? BCD number. So BCD number means the first 4 digits are representing 1 digit and the second 4 bits are representing another bit. Okay, right. So see, first is a separate 4 bits and this is the equivalent number 2 and this is the equivalent number 9. So this is 29 in the first step conversion. Okay, now we are going to convert this 29 into binary, that is a decimal to binary. So decimal to binary conversion is already we have been discussed, that is divide the given decimal number by its positional byte of the required data until the quotient value is getting 0. See, first 29 by 2 and the quotient is 4 and the remainder is 1. Then 14 by 2, quotient is 7 and the remainder is 0. 7 by 2 it is 3, remainder is 1. And 3 by 2 it is 1 and the remainder is 1. Then 1 by 2, quotient is 0 and the result is 1. Okay, so now write this value in this order, that is see 11101. So now this is 8421 format if you are writing. Okay, so 16 plus 8 plus 24 plus 4 28 and plus 1 29. So we got our equivalent binary value for the given decimal value 29. Okay, so the conversion is over, BCD to binary. So first convert BCD to decimal, then decimal to binary. Okay, then BCD to XS3. Yes, so here input is BCD and output is XS3. So in the last lecture I have explained how to convert XS3. Just add number 3 to each and every digit if the number is decimal. If it is BCD, then add number 0011. Okay, so step number 1, convert BCD to decimal first, and step number 2, add 3 to this decimal number and convert binary to get XS3 code. Okay, have a look at this example. 1001. First convert this is into decimal, that is 8421 format. So the number is 9. Then add 9 plus 3, that is 1001, then 0011. So as per the binary addition 110, the carry 1 will come. 0 and the carry 1 will come 1 1. So now this number is number 12. Okay, hence it is solved. So we have converted BCD to XS3. Okay, so input is given 9. When we are going to add plus 3, 12 will come. So now we got 12 as per the procedure. Okay, right. So here some examples are given for decimal numbers are represented from 0 to 9, and all the decimal equivalent binary values are written here 0402 1001. Then add number 3 to each and every digit, you will get the XS3 output here. Okay, right. Then XS3 to BCD conversion. So in the previous conversion we have added plus 3. Now the reverse process, just subtracted 3 from the given BCD number. See, subtract 0011 from each 4 bit of the XS3 digit. So example, this is the XS3 digit. So 1001 1010. So 0011, this is one group, 0011. Let's subtract as per the normal subtraction operation. You will get 011 0021. Okay, that is C. 0 minus 1, we can't be able to subtract, so get the borrow 1 from here. So now this value becomes a 1 0. So 1 0 minus 1, the answer is 1. And again here the value 0 is there, so we can't be able to subtract. So get it borrow from the here. Now this will becomes 1 0. Okay, now get the borrow from here. Now this will becomes 1 and this will becomes 1 0. So 1 0 minus 1, the answer is 1. So here 1 minus 0, answer is 1. Here already 0 is there, so 0 minus 0, answer is 0. 1 1 0. So 0 1, can't be able to subtract. So this will comes here 1 0, and now this will comes 1 0, and this is 1. So 1 0 minus 1, this is 1, and 1 minus 0, this is 1, and this is changed to 0 to 0. This is normal subtraction procedure. Okay, right. I hope you guys understand. From BCD to XS3, add 3 to each and every digit, and XS3 to BCD just subtract. Okay, right. And binary to gray code conversion. So here some certain procedure will be there. See, the first given number is binary code, and the resultant is a gray code. That is, binary is the input and gray code is the output. So here some certain procedure will be there. See, they are given the number as 1100. So step number 1. So do not change the MSB value. This is the LSB and this is the MSB. So step number 1, this is binary value and this binary code. In gray code, do not change this first bit, that is MSB bit. So write the same values. Then the further steps are just add exclusive OR operation between these data. That is, see, here exclusive OR, here exclusive OR, here exclusive OR. Here it is missing. Okay, so while adding exclusive OR, 1 exclusive OR of 1, the result is 0. Then 1 exclusive OR of 0, the result is 1. Then 0 plus 0, that is 0 exclusive OR of 0, the result is 0. So we know that exclusive OR truth table, that is, when same inputs are coming, the outputs are equal to 0. Okay, so this is the way to convert a binary code to gray code. Okay, just first step is write the MSB as it is. Second, third, fourth step is do the exclusive OR operation between the binary codes. Okay, fine. Next, gray to binary conversion. So it is quite opposite. See, first gray is input here and binary is the output here. Here the operation is somewhat difficult. See, first number is given 1010. This is gray number. So the first step is same. Just write it down the MSB values as it is. Okay, and for the second step, what they are going to do means, for this step, they are going to add this previous result, this one, with the present input. They are doing exclusive OR operation between the previous output as well as present input. Okay, so see, this one is coming here as 1, and this 1 and this 0. So now the result is 1 as per the exclusive OR operation. And now do the exclusive OR operation between the third input. So 1 1, it is 0. Now 0 0, it is 0. Okay, so the resultant value is 1 1 0 0. This is the conversion of gray to binary. Okay, so result plus present input, do the exclusive OR operation. to find the next